As our age increases, so can our blood pressure. To keep adding up the birthdays, we need to bring down our BP. Dr. Robert Rzewnicki is here to tell us how. Dr. Rzewnicki is the Chief Medical Officer for Medical Mutual of Ohio. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
So high blood pressure is a huge issue in this country. So the numbers really tell the story, right?
The numbers really do tell the story. And about 70 or 75 million adult Americans have high blood pressure. That's roughly 1 in 3. After the age of 65, though, it's almost 2 in 3. So it's a huge problem for us. And those people are getting serious diseases like heart disease, kidney disease, strokes. And we think approximately 1,000 people per day die from hypertension or high blood pressure related issues.
Wow, that's a lot. Now, we can't turn back time and become younger, so how do we help bring this blood pressure under control?
Well, the first thing is you can't bring your blood pressure under control if you don't know you have it, because it is a silent disease, so you do need to be checked. And you can either be checked in your physician or provider's office, or you can get it checked at the drugstore, or you can get a home monitoring equipment. I would suggest if you do get home monitoring equipment that you do bring it to an appointment so that it can be measured against what you're getting in your provider's office.
Make sure it's in line. Okay, so you get this reading, all these numbers. What do the numbers mean?
The numbers are very important, but they're very simple. We measure a systolic and a diastolic blood pressure. Systolic is just the pressure in your arteries when your heart is beating. The diastolic is when your heart is relaxed. Now, we consider high blood pressure if the top number is 140 or higher, the lower number is 90, but it usually is higher than we would like it ideally. Your provider can tell you what you should shoot for, but often we throw around the numbers 120 over 80.
Okay, so as I said, we can't help our age and we can't help our family background, but you think that's important?
It's critically important, and oftentimes, for better or worse, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And so many of us are a victim of our genes and our backgrounds. But you can use that to your benefit, because if your parents or your siblings have had certain problems, you need to be particularly vigilant about that and to be checked for those particular conditions.
Okay, and I'm sure a healthy lifestyle is just a part of the game, right?
It's very important, and what we mean is diet, exercise, and your health habits. And so exercising regularly. With this one, it is important to watch that salt, to not be putting extra salt, or to stay away from the extra salty foods, staying away from sugar things. And don't forget, tobacco, nicotine raises your blood pressure, as does too much caffeine or alcohol.
Okay, so what's the best kind of foods? The fruits and veggies?
Absolutely, and it's fine to have a few sweets, but everything needs to be in moderation.
Okay, and doesn't also medication factor into trying to control high blood pressure?
Absolutely it does. It doesn't do you any good, remember, to get a prescription. It doesn't do you any good to fill that prescription. The only thing that cures a condition or treats it is taking the medication. So it's very important that you get it, take it like it's prescribed, and then discuss any problems you might have with your provider.
Okay, what are those kind of side effects that you might be worried about?
Well, sometimes you can get sleepy from it, sometimes you can get dizzy from it, and everybody has a little bit different risk, or everybody has a little bit different sensitivity. And so medicines do need to be adjusted. But by checking it at home and being very careful to check it with your doctor and take it just like he says or she says is the most important thing.
All right, great information. If you want to keep bringing on the birthdays, follow Dr. Rzewnicki's advice to bring down your high blood pressure. And for more help, use the information that's coming up next. My thanks to Dr. Rzewnicki for joining us today.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Find out more about Medical Mutual of Ohio by visiting www.medmutual.com/go or call 1-844-606-5387. Next,